All right, folks. Hey, welcome back to the Mandalorian After Show. We're going to recap Chapter 15, and we're going to talk about the upcoming Star Wars slate that they announced yesterday. The big, lots of Star Wars news to get through. But first, we're going to recap. Welcome to SF Comic Book Company. All right, welcome, my co-host for the Mandalorian After Show, Mr. Nip. How you doing?
I'm awake. I'm awake. Now I'm
Uh,
doing cool.
yeah, me too, man. I slept early, woke up, watched the episode, went back to sleep, and then yeah, woke up a half hour ago. So I'm ready to go though. Got my coffee. I'm good. Yeah, this is one of those episodes. This is we haven't we kind of thought last week was going to be this episode, kind of like the filler, kind of episode. This was the filler episode right here, but still very entertaining. The first episode, not the feature Grogu. This is I think the first one in the whole series not to have appearance of Grogu. I think to kind of shoehorn the point that he's been kidnapped and he's missing, and this is some serious situation. So, what was your first first impressions of this episode?
It was a good episode. Like you said, it was filler, but it was definitely it was on point. It had a lot of action.
Yeah.
The fight scenes were pretty dope. It had the heist feel to it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good episode, a solid episode.
Yeah, very. Some parts very video game like, and they even have a video game mention here. So we'll go through the episode. Full spoilers. We're going to have you see, as you see the ticker down there. We're going full spoilers. We basically just talk about the episode, recap the episode, kind of our predictions for what's going to happen next. This is one more episode till the finale. So this is it's just going to go down next episode. So this one, episode 7, chapter 15, titled "The Believer." At first you think the believer is going to be Bill Burr's character, but kind of I think the believer is to relation to Mando because some big things happen to his character in this episode. So this one was directed by Fumiara. He did I think he did one episode last season. He came back to do this episode. Well directed episode for sure. We start off the episode. We go to a prison planet. We meet Mayfield again. Miggs, what's his name? Miggs Mayfield. From last episode.
Mayfield.
Miggs. We start off on the planet. He's imprisoned. Last episode, Carl Dune was put to task to go get him. So we kind of speculated it was going to be like some kind of prison break or some kind of like elaborate break. No, she just walks up and she's part of the Rangers now. So she basically says, "I'm taking the prisoner," and they pretty much say, "Okay, go ahead, you can take him." So what do you think of this opening?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I thought it was good. Set up nicely. It was a good setup. Definitely on point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
it was nothing special, but it was cool.
Yeah, it's just we kind of get reintroduced to Miggs, and I liked his character. I like Bill Burr a lot, and I liked his character. Some people were kind of hit or miss with his character from that
I liked his
episode.
character. I liked it in
I
both
like,
episodes. I
yeah,
don't see what the bitching is about. People just like to bitch. It seems like sometimes.
I thought he was
Seriously,
a fun
like,
character. He's like I heard complaints. Oh, he's using a Boston accent in the space guy. Like,
yeah,
yeah, the
they're like,
British
oh, he's
accent.
playing himself. He's playing himself. So fucking what? Let him play himself. What the fuck?
Yeah. If you ever met Bill Burr, he's a fucking swell guy. I've met him a couple times. He's a swell fucking dude. And a funny motherfucker. So I really like that introduction. Kind of get reintroduced. Carl Doom comes in, soups him up. They walk to the ship, and he sees they walk to the slave one. And he sees a Mandalorian come out, and he gets shook. He's right away. He's shook. Mando. Oh, it's not Mando. And what do you think of the fresh coat of paint Bubba put on his armor, man?
That was dope. It looked good. It needed a touch up, so that was good. He wasn't bulging as much out of it with his belly, was it? This time, he looked like he adjusted like the weight, the strap or some shit. Because last time it was looking real medium on him, like she was cold.
Yeah, it's like when you find that old shirt you used to wear in high school and you put it on, like, oh wait, that doesn't fit like he
Real
used to.
medium.
Yeah. I like the upgrade. I like kind of how it's combining his like look, his little robe look with the armor. I thought the armor looked badass. I thought it looked cool with the fresh coat of paint. Still has that dent in it that's been in there for a long time. So yeah, that's cool. And then Boba Fett comes down. Then Mando comes down. Then he's a little shook when he sees Mando. Like,
Super
oh
shook
hey,
off Mando.
yeah. Pretty much he thinks he's there to kill him. If Mando wanted to kill him, he would have killed him back then. He left him in the prison. So Din Djarin, like no, they tell him we need you, we need your help, we need codes, Imperial, was the Imperial codes. He says Mayfield says the only way to do that is get into a Imperial base, get a port, and get the information, the whereabouts of Moff Gideon. So that's when our adventure begins. So what do you think of this setup?
It was good. It felt like it felt like realistic. Like that it's believable. It's believable, even though it's like set up for the plot. It's believable.
Yeah,
That he could get in there and find out all the info for him. It
yeah.
was set up nicely. Burr's character was useful.
Yeah, to add something they want, and he mentioned to, and they mentioned to, I think everybody is on board with how important the kid is to Mando, and pretty much as soon as the same as last episode, as soon as he mentioned the kid was missing, now he kind of understood what the situation is, and people love that damn kid, good or bad, man. People love that damn kid, so everybody's kind of on board with saving this kid. So I like that everybody's like sees that. That this kid is important to Mando, and he's helped them out, and he could easily killed Mayfield that episode. He could easily let them die, but he just put him in prison, and he put the turns on him. Let's see. All right, so we get to the planet. So their plan is basically to hijack one of the trucks. And they can't all the I like this scene a lot where they saying like Gina Carano's character Cara Dune is was part of the Republic, so she won't be able to infiltrate the base because the genetic scanners will notice she's a Republic soldier, and the other lady, what's her name,
Ming Na Wen. I don't know on the show. Fennec.
Fennec, she's wanted too, and then they go to. I like to see when they go to Boba Fett, and he's like, they might recognize my face because of course he's a clone trooper. I think the Imperials would recognize a clone trooper's face, so I'm sure that's part of their history books. So the only option is Mando, and of course once they take over the ship, he has to take off his helmet, and he's So what do you think about that? Like him kind of making like I want to say kind of going with the fact that he can take off the helmet now, and you can slowly see he's changing his ways already about the not the steadfast. You can never take off your helmet. You can never like reveal yourself. So a lot of that has changed in this episode. What do you think of that setup?
Yeah, I mean, we had been talking about if he was going to take off the helmet or not. You didn't get the full take off of the helmet yet, but you seen that it was coming. I mean, we seen it was coming like this episode. I knew once he took it off for that, I was like, oh, we're gonna get his face in this episode. So, it's been slowly progressing towards that. We talked about that on previous episodes.
Yeah.
So
we kind of predicted it's going to be something where it's going to be in help of the baby. There's been some kind of situation where he needs to help the baby out, and he's going to have to reveal his face. So I thought that setup was cool. I really liked the conversation they had in the ship when they're both kind of talking. Mayfield takes his helmet off, and they're kind of talking about like the politics of the Empire versus the Republic, kind of whatever way you're looking at it, these people are still being ruled by somebody, and a most common thing in the universe, you kind of want to be free, you don't want to be ruled by anybody. So it's kind of almost the two sides of the same coin. And so, I thought we got this. This is a great battle. It just what felt like a video game. You had to keep the truck under a certain. This is like an episode speed. Had to keep it under 50. Had to keep. They're carrying. What was it called?
Ritanium or something
Ratanium, that's my shit, bro. What's it?
Radium or some shit.
Radium? Yeah, the radium.
I don't know, some shit, some explosive, some explosive shit that was gonna explode.
uh, yeah. So they basically they split up. They're on the Mayfield and Mando are on the ship. The two ladies are going to be sniping. We have a sniper in the comics right now, and also Fett's going to be running point. He's going to be the rescue on the rescue side of it. So this conversation with Mando and Mayfield on the ship was really like this was I think my favorite part of the episode. This conversation, the conversation that happened at the table later with the Imperial officer. I love those two bits. A lot of story to be told. A lot of character development for Mayfield. I think this is. I hope he shows up again. Like we'll talk about the Rangers show later, but if he shows up in Rangers, because it looks like Cara Dune was pretty impressed with him, like in this episode. So maybe he shows up in that show as a part of that show. I wouldn't mind because she definitely needs some more characters around her.
Yeah, I think that's what they're hinting at. I'm pretty sure that's where they're going with it.
Yeah, I kind of got that feel for sure. So what do you think about that conversation he was having with Mayfield on there? And kind of Mayfield kind of like saying like, all right, what's the deal? Like you can show your face, not show your face. You can remove your helmet. You can't remove. Like what are the rules for you? Like they keep changing. You keep doing basically things that you're doing things to make whatever makes whatever's best for you and whatever the basically what's best for business for you. So what do you think of that whole conversation?
Yeah, like you said, it was a good conversation. I liked it. They were both. Mando was. I think Mando was contemplating at that point, so I think Mayfield was kind of in his head, like, he knew what he was doing. He's kind of digging at it without directly saying you should start taking off your helmet. He's posing these questions to him, getting him to ponder. So I thought it was good. I thought the whole conversation was good. Like you said, when they were talking about the the way of the world and the way the powers that be are, it gives you more in-depth look that we haven't really seen from Star Wars. It's good to see like a different perspective. You've seen it in Clone Wars a little bit with the politics and stuff and the effects it has on different planets, different people, different races and stuff. So it was good. It was dope little setup. And at first Mando wasn't even talking back. He's like annoyed by this fucker, and then he's just like, all right, let me entertain him. He's getting kind of serious. This dude's getting kind of serious. Start listening.
It's making sense. Yeah. And it's just like it brings up the rules, kind of the thing. Like they're both like ruling parties. They want to control, and like of course the Republic is more, like people, creatures' rights and all that stuff, and more. But they're still trying to be in charge. They're still trying to be a galactic republic. So, and this is kind of a ongoing thing with Star Wars. Like, was the Empire, like from a certain point of view, the Empire was good for some sectors, and it's they ruled with a certain iron fist, but some people thought the Empire was right. So, it's different sides of the coin, and definitely from different perspectives, you could definitely feel there's definitely a different vibe.
They're doing a good job of getting that in here, though. They're doing a great job of like the directors and the writers are getting, they're doing good at getting those different perspectives in here. It just adds to the whole thing, It makes it, it explains more, and it's a good good direction to go in. I think like not too much of it, but just don't go oversaturated. But just little hints of it here and there.
I think it's a conversation need to be had, and especially like in our society and like real life, like who's
very reflective on us now.
Yeah, who's right, who's wrong. It's kind of the same side of the same coin. We don't want to get political, but Democrats and Republicans kind of the same. How you want to be ruled in different, almost the same way, but slight differences, but pretty much the same side of the coin.
Essentially, yes, I agree.
So we have that conversation. Of course, the conversation gets interrupted. We got to have an action scene. I thought this was a fun scene. It felt very Star Wars. We've seen this kind of trope before. I think they did this in Solo and a few others where you're on top of a ship and you're battling folks. So these guys are trying to use some thermal detonators. So basically, what they've set up is that these transports are transporting the radium, whatever the hell it is, and basically they get attacked all the time. These pirates attack these ships, and you see off in the distance a couple of ships already exploding, and so Mando takes it upon himself, jumps on the top of the ships, and has a great battle with these aliens, these pirates trying to take over blow up the ship. What'd you think of this action scene?
It was pretty dope. You know, you get to see Mando without his best scar, without all his weaponry. You know, just
Yeah,
shooting, good aim. You know, good hand-to-hand combo. So it's a different kind of fight scene than we've seen before. He's you know, throwing like, you know, elbows and just like, you know, it was a good action scene.
yeah,
I enjoyed it. It was good to see him throw the spear and spear that
yeah.
dude like the Night King. That was sick.
I like how
Uh,
they just kept coming. You like took them out, you took a couple out, then it like four
yeah,
more
it's like a
came.
video game, like you said. Like you know, like
Yeah,
you get the
straight up video.
little yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
have we seen this race before? I don't think we've seen them before, have we?
they look like some
Similar to
other.
that other race, but I don't think
Yeah,
they're the same.
no, maybe not. I don't know. They have ways of like sneaking in these cutty ass aliens that we've seen maybe one or two glimpses of and making them characters. So I can't remember. They do look familiar, but I don't think I've seen them before. So let me see what is this guy. So I'm getting this off of Decider, the website Decider. So this is where I get my recaps from. So give them a shout out since I'm stealing their shit.
Hogging on
Let's
your shit.
at least give him credit, right? Yeah, that was a great action scene, fun action. Fumiyawa directs great action. This was fun, kinetic, and it definitely felt like a video game. While this is like a Grand Theft Auto mission where one player is like trying to drive the ship and trying to keep it under a certain thing, and the other one's trying to fend off the other players. Let's see.
What were they trying to do though? They're just trying to blow shit up. They weren't getting
I think
anything out of it.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe they're mercs. They were hired to like blow that shit up. I don't. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't. I
okay,
didn't.
yeah, that makes sense. That's probably yeah, that makes sense.
Uh,
Because if they're pirates, you'd think they'd want to try to hijack the whole shit, but they just blew that
yeah,
shit
I don't
up.
know. Yeah, didn't make any real sense. But once, so it looks pretty overwhelming. Then you get to see like fucking dozens of the pirates coming at them, and then TIE fighters come in, blast them. I thought that was a great scene. The TIE fighters come in, and then they get into the base, the Imperial base, and they get cheered. And you get the heroic music playing too. So again, showing the other side of that. There's another
Mm-hmm.
side of this, and they think they're right. And so they come in as heroes. They're the only ship only transport that made it.
Yeah.
And,
It's
and
humanizing Star Wars. You know,
yeah,
that's been lacking, and it's good to see that these directors, Favreau and your boy, what's his name? Filoni.
Filoni.
No, Filoni. I don't think did he have anything to do with this though. He probably had some oversight on it, but
Yeah, well, he has Favreau writes most of the episodes, and then Filoni kind of goes in, I believe, and like kind of
yeah.
adds like the little nuances and like the little cutty shit. So yeah,
But this is good. This
definitely
is stuff
a collaborative.
we've needed for a long time. You know,
Yeah,
one of the major complaints about the Lucas stuff was that it was all dry and just now you're getting like you're getting human elements to it. See like how things are on the other side that we didn't get to see. So like the veil's been pulled back a little bit. You know.
yeah. And and it's definitely kind of like you see the other like they're kind of the rebels now. They're where the rebels were like before A New Hope, and during that time they're kind of like the outcasts, and like they're the smaller number squad. So they're the ones trying to fight back against the Republic evilness. So I thought that was a cool little twist, and you kind of see it from their side. Let's see. So they get to the base, and they're greeted as heroes. Everybody's saluting them. Of course, Mando still has his helmet on, and they find one of the ports that they need to use. But Mayfield notices one of the Imperial officers. What was it? I forgot his name, but he was Joe Chill in Batman Begins. He was also in Game of Thrones. I kind of remember his face from Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
was he? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah. So he sees the officer. He worked under the officer. He sees him. He's like, "Hey, I can't show my face in there. He's gonna recognize me, and this mission's blowing. I'm out of here." And Mando's like, "No, I'll go."
We knew that was
And
coming. It was just a
yeah,
matter of
and
time.
so yeah, basically the port needs to scan your face and to activate it. So I guess unless you're like wanted or whatever, you can access the port. And so we get the helmet off, man. This is the first time he's ever revealed his face since he was a kid in front of a living person. He did last year with IG-11. So this year he's this is it. This is it. He takes off his helmet. It's Pedro Pascal. We finally see that. So what do you think of that big reveal?
I just remember him from getting his head exploded by the mountain, so that was cool. It's like, damn, this guy's still alive, man. And now it's tight. I mean, like I said, we seen it coming, but it was a good moment. They set it up nicely. So it was well executed, and I didn't have any problem with it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, and this is like this is a true scene with Pedro. Like last time we saw him, it was just him like laying off messed up. So this time we get to actually see him perform with the suit and kind of. I thought he did really great, and it was cool to see Mando like without the helmet. He had like that nervous look. This is like the first time he's done this in front of anyone. So let's see. So he's going through the port, and of course, the guy that recognizes, a guy that knows Mayfield knows the Imperial officer comes up to him and starts asking him all these questions. Mayfield kind of
he's being a prick.
Yeah, yeah. Usually, the Imperial officer is an asshole.
This guy was a super asshole, though. Let the shit go, man.
And so Mayfield comes in, like, kind of tells him that he's deaf. Went through some kind of accident, and he calls him Brown Eyes. I thought that was
that shit was funny. Brown Eyes.
Yeah, I think that's Planet of the Apes reference. I think because was it the chick called Harrison Ford's character
Bright Eyes?
Bright Eyes, right? Yeah, I think it was Bright Eyes or Brown Eyes.
Yeah, the new one was Bright Eyes. They called the monkey Bright Eyes, right?
Yeah.
But so, I think the old one, it might have been different.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but I kind of that's what first thing I thought of that when I saw that. Let's see. All right, so we get this conversation was great. So we get the Imperial officer. He's talking to Mayfield. He's like, "Oh, you're the guys that just brought in the transport. You're the only ones that made it. Let's have a drink." So they have this great conversation on the table, and you kind of see the tensions. Kind of, you see Mando's face. He's kind of cautious about the whole thing, and then Mayfield kind of. They start talking about past battles, and they mention Operation Cinder. So if you played Battlefront 2, that was like one of the main things in the beginning. Operation Cinder happened after Return of the Jedi, where the Emperor kind of blasted his own people, his own bases, kind of destroyed his own bases and killed his own people after he died. It was like his plan he set off after Return of the Jedi. And so Mayfield said, yeah, he was there. He saw a lot of thousands, 5,000 to 10,000 people die. And then kind of like, and the Imperial officers kind of like, oh yeah, that's what we have to do. This is what we're trying to bring order and stuff. So you try to bring that, vibe. And so you get to see slowly the tension building. So what do you think of this, the start of this scene, man? Just the tension building up.
Yeah, it was done well too. Like you said, you seen the tension building, and you kind of knew that Burr's character was just gonna blast this dude eventually. He was gonna say the wrong thing, and this dude was a prick. So like, he just kept digging his own grave. Like, but he's trying to like fucking get some humanity out of the guy, and the guy just keeps saying cold ass shit. Like, we needed it to be done. It needed to be done. Who cares? Like, who cares about those people? And you knew he was just gonna say one thing to set this dude off, and that was it. Yeah. He just got blasted.
I thought this was a great scene. I love the whole setup. I love the conversation. It just felt like you felt the tension. And he
you could tell Mando sitting there thinking like, "Come on, chill, dude. Like, you don't want to. Come on, just chill, relax. We've all been there. Like, chill out, man. Just hope this guy doesn't go off on this dude."
Yeah, this was cool. This almost felt like a Tarantino kind of situation, man. This kind of the scene from Django Unchained when what's his name, Christoph Waltz shot DiCaprio. Like, oh, sorry, I have to do this. So this scene was great. He blasts the Imperial officer, and then all hell breaks loose. He hands him the helmet, and he like this. Was it? You did what you had to do. I never saw your face. And so right then, like Mando, kind of like, all right, this is an ally now. This is like he definitely had some issues with him before, but after that scene, he kind of sees where Mayfield's head is at, and. He was drafted into this army, and he was on the wrong side, but he's had a change of heart. So you can basically the theme of this episode, you can change. You don't have to be the person you were. You could change and believe in something more, something above yourself. So they start blasting. The Imperial troopers start coming in. They start blasting them. They get on a ledge. I love this scene too, where the ladies start sniping them off from the ledge. I thought it was great action. So they make it to the roof, and we got Boba Fett come in and rescue him. And the coolest thing is as soon as I saw that when he was being chased by the TIE fighters of Slave One, I was like, man, I hope they use the Chargers from Attack of the Clones, because I love the sound effects on
sick.
that. On those bombs are amazing. That's some of my favorite like sound effects from the prequels. But it was I was hoping, and they did it. They had the seismic chargers.
Yeah, those little seismic sonic boom things. Those are sick.
Yeah. What'd you think of that whole escape?
No, that was cool. I like the like you said. I thought that was gonna happen too with the seismic blast, and I was like, yeah, I hope they do that. And it was it was cool. They didn't drag it out and have them go all over the place. They just did it straight out the gate. He blew them fuckers up, and that was dope. And I did like seeing the supporting characters get their shine on, blasting some shit up with the sniping, Carano and Ming Na Wen. So that was pretty dope. Probably gonna get some some assholes online complaining about women power and shit. Probably.
They were badass.
I thought it was pretty dope.
I like how they treat all the races in here, man. They give everybody time to shine, so no one should be complaining about that. So they get on the ship. It was cool to see the interior of the Slave One. We've only seen the cockpit of the Slave One, like the outside. So what do you think of seeing the actual inside? I like how it kind of rotates when there was always kind of questions like how does it operate inside, since it has a different when it's parked, it's different from when it's flying. So it's kind of cool to see the inside.
Yeah, it was good to see. I liked seeing it. It needed to be seen eventually, so I'm glad they finally showed it. It's pretty dope. Oh shit.
Okay, and then another cool shot when they're on the ship. Bill Burr's here. Give me that blast, that rifle. So he takes a rifle, and you kind of get to see him like being the sharpshooter. He promised he was. Like you didn't really get to see too much of that episode when they're in the prison, but you get to see how badass of a sniper he is. He takes out the radium, whatever the hell that is, with one shot. I thought that was a cool scene. And Cara Dune, and they all kind of see that. I thought that was a cool setup. So we get they accomplish the mission, and they pretty much say and Cara Dune was pretty impressed. Mando was pretty impressed with his actions, and they pretty much say, hey, Mayfield died in the explosion, and he's like, really, seriously, like, because he's ready to give himself up and kind of go back to prison. That's kind of the deal they made. They didn't really say he could be released, so they're going to take him back. And Cara Dune's like, no, we saw you die. And Mando agreed, like, hey, yeah, you helped us out a lot. You fucking proved yourself. So they let him go. What'd you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I knew once they recruited him in the beginning of the episode, I was like, this dude's going to get on the team somehow or whatever. They're going to let him go. I didn't know how they would do it, but, that was a clever way of getting him free. So I didn't see the way they were going to do it exactly, but, it was I definitely seen it coming. And it was cool. Yeah. He's going to be on the team. He's going to be on the squad somehow. Either he's going to come help find Grogu in the last episode, or he'll be teaming up with Cara Dune. So that was pretty good, and he helped out a lot. So I mean, I think it was fair to let the dude go.
Yeah.
And he became a human in the episode. He wasn't just a asshole like scumbag. They humanized him very well. So I think that
you can be both. You can be a scumbag and be human. That's
Womack. I mean,
his name's Miggs.
Miggs Fairfield.
Inside baseball. Miggs Fairfield. Man, we got to create a meme. That was a great episode. So the episode ended. We're back on Moff Gideon's ship, and we get a message from the Mando, and it's pretty much verbatim the same speech Moff gave him at the
mind
end
games.
At the end of episode 7, saying that the child means more to me. I'm coming for him, and he means more to me than you will ever know. The same exact thing Moff Gideon said to him at the end of chapter 7, which was the episode before the season finale last year. So I thought that was a great callback and a great little twist. So what'd you think of that, man?
Yeah, he's basically saying, I'm coming for you, motherfucker. I'm coming for you, bitch ass.
Shit's going down next episode, man. There's going to be some cold shit going down. Yeah, so So that's how the episode ends, man. Yeah, so I thought it was a solid episode, a fun episode. Not my favorite of the season, but a great episode nonetheless.
Let's grade it. What do you say? I say about 8.5.
8.5. Yeah, we've been kind of grading 9, 10s the last few weeks, and then 8.5. Still fucking really good, and still and kind
Filler
of
episode.
Yeah, it felt a straight up filler episode. You kind of knew this was coming. We like you said, we kind of thought last episode was going to be the filler episode, but this one is the one. All right, so very overall, I thought it was good. I'll probably agree with you. 8.5. Yeah.
Maybe 8.5. I don't know, somewhere in there. It was good. It was solid. It was above average. The fight scenes were all good, and it was exciting. It wasn't like a dull type of episode. It had a lot.
Yeah, I like the character beats, the Mando and Mayfield conversations, and the conversations with the Imperial. I thought that was great, man. I thought that was the best stuff of the episode. Well done action. Yeah, I'd say 8.2, 8.5.
So we're going to the 0.2s now, huh? Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
That had to be a half point. Okay.
Yeah, no, we can do whatever we want.
Let's do.
Do whatever the fuck.
I'll go 8.3. I see you 8.2. I raise you 8.3.
High or low? All right. We got a couple chats. It looks like a war is happening. We'll show a couple of these. Let's see. Big Leo 41. Where the hell are you at, Big Leo? You're supposed to be on this episode. Ready to snipe? Filler episode, lightweight, lummy, but cool. Yeah, you said that about every episode, man. Yeah. Let's see. Anything goes. No spoilers. No, this is a full spoilers review. Anything goes.
That's Miggs Fairfield right there.
Go watch it.
It's his alias. He's like Kevin Durant on there.
There's a little war going. No.
What are these guys doing?
All right, they're just going off. Let's see if there's any actual.
No actual content there.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything to actually.
Those bastards just being bastards. I tell you.
No room for the Invasion of the B Squad. Let's see. Any actual points here, or are you just guys talking shit?
I think they're just talking shit.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, here you go. What a coinky dink. He knows the codes. Let's see. They felt the Force presence with young Grogu.
Grogu? Finnick? Who the fuck is Finnick?
When we were trying to figure out what the name was again.
Oh, Fennec, not Finnick. Who the fuck is Finnick?
Finnick
sounds like a fucking Irish wrestler. Fuck Finnick.
No, I think you're thinking of the chick, the magistrate from the episode with Ahsoka. She's related to.
She's tripping.
Yeah, she's
Come on, Leo.
Very, very parrot-like. He's not a baby. He's not a child.
He is a baby. He's like a toddler. Fuck.
Yeah, he's a baby in Yoda species, man. Come on. Very speed-like. Yeah, very speed-like. Yeah, that like yeah. Check Snip's Echo. Lummiest pirates I've ever seen. Mando very vulnerable without his armor. Yeah, well, he's still capable. He still kicks ass without the armor. It just it's he's more of like a brawler, and the armor just kind of enhances him. Let's see. Gain view from another perspective from the Imperials. Yep. Yeah. Mando looks like Wando.
Man, Leo getting hyped this morning. Should have been on, you fucking asshole.
He showed his valiant effort, well deserved to be set free, so he can come out in some other cutty scene with Mando needs help. Yeah, I think he's going to show up in that Ranger show.
This is what happens when Leo gets time off from the post office. He gets very
so like a parent getting a Zoom with a teacher when the kid gets in trouble. Let's see. I give it a 7.5. Lightweight.
What's predictable? I'll give him that. It was predictable in that I seen the Mayfield shit come in. Yeah. We knew that the helmet was coming off eventually, but it was still executed pretty good. I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
I liked it. Yeah, it was a fun episode. Yeah, like you said, it's filler episode, but the filler episodes have been enjoyable as fuck. So I'm okay with that.
Way better than the filler episodes of Walking Dead. I'll tell you that. Those are the trashiest fucking ones, dude.
Killed that fucking show, man. Oh my god, what a fucking fall from grace that fucking show is. Could have been potentially one of the best shows of all time. Just blew the pooch, man. Like it ruined the Negan storyline.
At what point did you stop watching? Are you still watching?
7.
I
season
think
7.
I finished about 7 too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
stopped
I heard
watching. I just got,
I heard it's getting good, but I don't know if I want to jump back in, man. Like, yeah, they ruined Negan, man. Negan's such a great character in the comic, and they just kind of wasted it, man. They blew. We'll save it for our Walking Dead fucking podcast. All
oh,
right,
what's up? Real quick, just what's up with all these goddamn spin-offs? They got too many of those for that shit.
for
They got a
Walking
new
Dead,
one. Yeah, what's
yeah,
that new one?
Beyond
Like
the
the little
was
kids?
World Beyond or some shit like that. Yeah,
All
it's supposed to
right,
take place like
we'll
I
talk
don't care.
about it on another show. One of our
Yeah,
damn shows. We got so many fucking shows.
all the shows. So speaking of a lot of shows, a good transition. We got yesterday we had the Disney investors meeting, and so they kind of pretty much announced a shitload of spinoffs and all kinds of Star Wars stuff. So we'll go through a few of these, kind of talk about the ones we want to talk about. First of all, there's a Rogue Squadron movie coming out. Rogue Squadron is kind of, we talked about this. We had a breaking news episode yesterday. If you want to check that out, we go a little bit more in depth with all the Marvel and all the Disney stuff that got released, along with the Star Wars. But we'll kind of go through the highlights of the yesterday. So the big movie, there was only one movie announced yesterday, Rogue Squadron, and there's been kind of rumors of a Rogue Squadron movie for like years, even before the sequel trilogy. There's been talks about this, and Rogue Squadron is, of course, all the TIE fighters, all the flying fighting forces of the Star Wars. This is going to be directed by Patty Jenkins. Going to release Christmas 2023. So what do you think of this news?
What did she direct again?
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I seen the little like teaser trailer, whatever. I don't know what you call that one. It's just like a little hype video, I guess.
Yeah, announcement trailer. I think it.
Yeah, so I seen that, and it was cool. It looks like it'll be directed well.
Yeah.
The ship looks sick when she got in it at the end.
Yeah. It's like Top Gun in space. I think we're pretty much what's going to happen with this. It's going to be like So I'm not. They didn't say what time period. But probably during the Civil War time. I would assume, or around that time, it would be cool.
I kind of worry that we're getting a little oversaturated with the Star Wars stuff, and you're gonna have different, where you get too many views of these people, like the pilots and stuff. I hope it just kind of stays within the canon. I hope they don't go like in a weird direction or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing like some other characters too. I don't need to see familiar faces with this.
Yeah, there's so much source material they could go to.
Yeah, I don't want to see. You can definitely pull some like. I wonder if you're gonna see Wedge. If they recast Wedge.
But I think it'll be sick. I think it'll be good. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I hope we don't get oversaturated, because now with all these announcements, there's a lot of goddamn announcements.
Yeah, and then we got how many live action? We got one. Oh, Mandalorian, Lando, Rangers.
Lando sounds good.
We'll go through them. So next one, we're gonna talk about Ahsoka. Is getting a lot.
That's the one.
Everybody pretty much knew this was gonna happen. Everyone called this Ahsoka. As soon as you cast Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, you kind of knew they're gonna try to do a spinoff.
They've been talking about a movie for a long time, but I'm not mad at all with the show, because like we see from Mandalorian, this could be better than some of the damn movies.
At this point, I'm down for TV shows. I don't even need movies anymore. I think TV is where to go. I think
I don't think there's going to be movies made after the next couple of years anyway.
Yeah,
to the theater, they're going to come directly to.
Yeah. And instead of getting a 2.5 hour movie, you get a 4-hour, 5-hour TV show, which I'm totally down for. Because
we need to find a way to compact them, though. Eliminate the filler episodes if you can. There's got to be a way.
Yeah, and they're pretty good.
The whole way through.
Mando's been pretty tight. Like they'll have a couple filler episodes, but they even in the filler episodes they have some.
Yeah, Mando's filler episodes are actually pretty damn good.
But Clone Wars and Rebels, the cartoons, their filler episodes they were just kind of cringe, kind of hard to watch sometimes. But like some of the anytime that you focus on a droid, like for a whole episode, just like nah. I wasn't a fan of Chopper, but so this Ahsoka series is going to take. It's going to be live action. It's going to focus on Ahsoka during the Mandalorian. So this is going to take place during the Mandalorian, during his timelines. Kind of see.
Be like concurrent, right? Like running with it.
Also, the Rangers show that they talked about, the Rangers of the New Republic?
Walker Tatooine Rangers.
So apparently that's going to be taking place during this time too. So that one's going to be starring Cara Dune, has like a basically a space cop. So there's a speculation that this is going to build up to a big event, like the Mando, Ahsoka, and Space Rat. This is all going to build up to. They haven't said like maybe a show or a movie, like some big event, Avengers type movie where they all come together and have to, some big schmoz, some Royal Rumble of the Star Wars universe is going to happen. So, what do you think of that speculation?
That would be dope if they execute it properly. Yeah, they'd probably do it. Probably guessing about 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, maybe. So I guess it could be sick. But we've seen them all kind of interact together anyway.
Yeah,
So it kind
yeah,
of, I don't. They just have to execute it right, I guess.
yeah. And it looks like Filoni and Favreau are going to be part of those series, which they need to be part of every. They need to have their hand in every Star Wars because this is coming up on some of the best Star Wars ever, really, and it's kind of building to some of my favorite Star Wars, man.
The Cara Dune one is probably my least. I'm least hyped about. I'll give it a chance, but I don't really know where they're gonna go with it. It's a good thing though because I guess you can get a lot of. I mean, you'll catch me by surprise. Maybe it might be good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really see where they go with it.
I want to see who they put around her, like who's the other Rangers.
Grief might be with her, I guess.
That'd be kind of cool. Like maybe she deputizes Grief, and they go on some adventures, and like maybe they get Mayfield in there too. Like she needs to get a squad of Rangers, her own little rack.
That little ferret thing is gonna be in it. They already she said.
Yeah, they set that up. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be the Baby Yoda of the Rangers. So you need a little cute creature to like sell those toys. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Would you rather see it like all this build up to like a big event movie, like a big 2.5 hour event movie directed by Jon Favreau? I think that'd be great. Like pretty much like a series finale for Mandalorian would be like just like all this shit builds up to like one big ass movie. I'm down with that. Like they can do a TV show, but I kind of like the fact that building all these TV shows to one big event, very very Marvel-ish.
I think that's a good idea. I'm down for that. I think that'll be sick.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be great. Yeah, I could see Jon Favreau directing the big event. And that'd be cool. I think that's a cool idea. I think that's a fun idea. They also mentioned Mandalorian season 3 will premiere Christmas 2021. So usually the season started like early November, late October. So now this one looks like it's gonna be Christmas 2021. How many more seasons do you think we're gonna get from Mandalorian?
I say 4. I say 4th will be the last, maybe. Yeah. You don't need to do too much with it,
Yeah, and like you say, he can spin off. You can do a movie. You can do like other shit with Mando, or they have Mando die at the sacrifice.
I think he might die. I think at the end of the series he dies probably. Yeah.
Or the big event movie, like he sacrifices himself, save Baby Yoda, and then Baby Yoda goes off to go train or goes off.
Do you think we'll have a Mando season with no Baby Yoda? Like Baby Yoda ends up going and doing whatever the fuck with the Jedi or whatever. They take him and Mando just does his own shit, or is it? Or are they tied together for the whole series?
I think they're tied together. I think that's the whole point of this is like Mando and the babe and Grogu kind of like being a team and being the father-son team. So I think that's what they're building towards. And I think people would be upset if they built this relationship up so much, and people love the Mando, people love Grogu, and I think if the only way to separate them is the series has to end, and Mando has to die, or I don't think I'll kill Grogu, but something's going to have to happen for that. But if you're going to do a Mandalorian show, you want to see Baby Yoda with him. So
you can't kill Grogu, dude. So many people will be pissed off.
Let's see. Live reaction show next. After we're gonna do an after show.
Going live.
Finale. So whenever the episode's over, we're gonna jump on. So whoever our friends want to jump on, we're gonna just discuss spoilers, kind of discuss the season, kind of just. I think there's gonna be some shit going down next time. I think we might get a Empire Strikes Back kind of episode, Ben. I think we're gonna get like a fucked up ending. I think we're gonna get a cliffhanger, like something.
I thought that too. Yeah.
Something bad's gonna. I think a major character is gonna die. I think somebody major is gonna die. I think there's gonna be some.
I say Boba Fett's gonna die. That's my prediction.
Oh man, that's a bold prediction. I don't think they're gonna bring him back just to kill his ass. Like right away, just bring him back. There's a lot of story.
You can't kill Cara Dune. You're not gonna kill Grief. I doubt. Mando's not gonna die. Grogu's not gonna die. So who would be the main character that dies?
I see Grief dying. I can see Grief dying.
Yeah, that's a possibility there too.
I think
Yeah,
he's got the. I think he has the because they killed the Ognot last season, before the finale. So he was a pretty major character last season. So
but where would
I
they
think
really go with Boba though? Where do they have to go? He's kind of like already did his arc, kind of thing.
true, but I don't know. He just got his armor back. He kind of
I'd probably kill
regaining.
Fennec. That's to be the one. It's like a
Yeah,
semi-main character. She'll probably get
yeah,
blasted.
and you can see or she gets drafted in with Cara Dune. Like she kind of like takes over the.
They did kind of set that up in this episode.
Yeah, they kind of worked well together. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think somebody's got to die. Yeah, I don't think Moff is going to die right away. I think he's going to stay alive.
I think he'll
So
die. I think somebody's gonna kill him and get the lightsaber.
now, okay.
I say this episode he dies.
You
Well,
say it, Moff?
see, the thing is, they're gonna have to have a battle with that dark saber.
Yeah,
Now, how he
it's gotta happen.
survives, he like runs away. I guess it's a
Yeah,
possibility, or
yeah.
somehow. I'll
You know,
say he dies. I'll go on record. I'll say he dies. I say Moff
okay.
dies.
Do you think they're going to rescue Baby Yoda next episode, or is that going to?
I don't think so. I think something's gonna happen, and I think he's gonna get I think that he's gonna get away again or something. Moff's gonna take him away, or somebody's gonna take him away again. I think because I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know. Shit, that's a good question. What do you think?
I think he's going to live. I think he's going to live. I think something's going to happen. He's going to live. He's going to get injured, but he's going to live.
But what
Star
about
Wars
Baby Yoda?
Overlord.
Do you think they're gonna get him, or you think he's gonna?
I don't think they're going to get him. I think they're going to
Yeah, I
get
don't think so
close,
either.
and then something's going to happen. I think somebody else is going to grab him, and something else that's going to lead into next season.
Or maybe the Jedi comes and grabs him, and they don't show the actual Jedi grabbing him. They show somebody grabbing him and taking off, and then we kind of know. They leave that as the cliffhanger that we don't know which Jedi grabbed him. You just see the cloak.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe it's hints of Luke, or maybe it's hints of Ezra. You don't know. Let's see. Star Wars Overload. What y'all think? We're discussing it right now, Big Leo. We're discussing the Overload right now.
Where's your mic, Leo? Jump on.
Good, solid director. Most likely, woman character will be the main character / hero for Rogue
what?
Squadron. I think Rogue Squadron he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they've shown some badass women pilots in the comic and stuff, so I can see that in the books.
And that's the way everything's going anyway, which is cool. I don't have a problem with it. Shit.
Romac is ready for Ahsoka. I am too, man. I am too. Hey, man, I'll pull a James T. Kirk, man. It's all good. Aliens need love too, man. Yeah. All right, so
Migs Fairfield.
So the next one is the Acolyte. This is
That's the one I was hyped on. I was reading the thing this morning
yeah.
because I was like, I seen it on there. I was like, wow, this shit looks kind of sick.
Yeah. So this one is a mystery thriller show from Leslie Headland, set during the High Republic. So this is going to be kind of like going to be dealing with some of the Jedi and like some Sith rising up and stuff too. So what'd you read about this one?
That it's going to be, kind of Sith based, and you're going to see other sides of the Sith that we haven't seen before. So maybe we get to see how they do their training, which was hinted at was supposed to be in episode 9, but we never got to see that. So I'd like to see how they train. Maybe see them build their own lightsaber, some shit like that. And you just don't get enough. Either side, actually, you do see some of the Jedi, but you don't get we need to see that Knights of the Old Republic type shit. I've been clamoring for that. So I think maybe this will be some of that, but I still like to see a Knights of the Old Republic spinoff or something show. This is like midway point, right? This is like basically like halfway in between.
Supposedly this is 200 years before Phantom Menace.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like in between.
Before like the
Knights of the Old Republic, and then it's like the midway point kind of.
Yeah, so
maybe not midway point technically, but
yeah, you're going to see. Yeah, I think you're going to see more of this time period kind of explored, like the birth of the Jedi. You're going to see the birth of the Sith. You're going to see that. That was like the rumor of the Benioff and Weiss. There were supposed to be.
That would have been sick. I wanted to see that shit. They fucked up Game of Thrones so bad they got taken off.
Yeah, they got booted. Yeah, just like that Ryan Johnson series is definitely not happening.
Hell no.
And I kind of knew that they didn't want to make it official because they didn't want to admit they fucked up. But
let that dude direct a Christmas special or something.
Yeah, they secretly that's not happening anymore. So I like how they we're just gonna move to the side. That's not gonna happen.
I got a random question. Do you think we'll ever see an Ewok in this Mandalorian?
I don't know. I would love to. I would love to see like a
I was just thinking about the
Ewok
Ewoks. I think he
Ewok
posted some
special.
Ewok song right online.
Yeah,
Yeah, got me
yeah. The
thinking like,
Ewok.
are we gonna see an Ewok in this
I'd
series?
love
I
to. See,
think
I
we, I
love
think
the.
we will. I think we
I,
will.
I would love to see like a badass like Ewok like bounty hunter. That'd be kind of cool.
I say we
Like
see an Ewok at some point in the series.
I
I'm
hope
gonna put
so.
the money on that.
I love the Ewoks, man. It's Ewoks were cold, fucking murder bears, man. Come on now. I wouldn't mind seeing like something like explore like what happened to Wicket, like Wicket the chief, like the tribal chief, like of like we were talking about doing like a like an anthology type Star Wars show where you kind of like show these like random stories of like Star Wars that would like Amazing Heroes or like like a different kind of show where you just kind of showed like different eras, different stories.
What is that? What Vision's gonna be?
Yeah, that's gonna be like shorts though. Those supposedly those
Fuck.
be like
Shorts
shorts,
are
like
weird.
and yeah. I want to see like a full fledged like show, like half-hour show. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought they'd be at least 15 minutes. Shorts are like 2, 3, 5 minutes.
yeah. All right, next one is the Lando TV show. It's Dear White People's Justin Simeon. So they haven't said who's cast. I talked about this last night during the breaking news. I would love to see Billy D. Williams has like kind of the narrator, kind of telling stories of his youth. So
That'd be sick.
I really hope, at least if they don't bring back Donald Glover, at least bring back Billy D to like do some like voiceover work. He doesn't have to be in any action. He just do like be the narrator of the story. And I really hope they bring Donald Glover back. We talked about this too. Like
Yeah,
so
he was good.
actually,
He was good in Solo. Yeah,
yeah,
he was good.
I really liked him in Solo. He thought he did a great job. He captured the essence of Billy D. Of Lando. So what do you think about this, man? You want to see Donald Glover come back?
Yeah. If I had my choice, I would say he'd be the top choice. But I mean, there are other people you could put in there. I don't know off the top of my head. But I feel like he's the best out there for the
Yeah,
role, and he was good. Like I liked him in Solo. He was funny. He was cool. He had the Lando vibe down.
yeah.
Why mess with a good thing? I don't know why Solo gets such bad reviews and people hate on it. It was a decent fucking movie. Like,
Yeah, it was good. It just came out the stank of Last Jedi, man. It came out like 4 months after Last Jedi. After that burned a lot of bridges with Star Wars fans. I love a lot of people. Like, they say, "Oh, it was critically acclaimed," but like a lot of Star Wars fans, like the real hardcore Star Wars fans, hated that movie. We're kind of one of those folks, and I think it was just a Star Wars movie for people that didn't like Star Wars, man. Like I can't. Like, if you really love Star Wars and you like that movie, I don't know what to tell you. And to each their own, I guess. But I didn't feel like that was a good. I didn't feel like that was a Star Wars movie. Say what you will about Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and all that shit. It still felt like Star Wars, even though like some of the dialogue was kind of meh. But it still felt like Star Wars. I could still watch those movies. Like, this is a Star Wars movie. That movie I watch, I don't feel like it's a Star Wars movie. It feels like just an outsider coming in trying to reinvent the Star Wars.
it felt like a fan movie. It felt like a fucking fan made movie. That's what it felt
Yeah.
like. Well, not even though, because you'd have more fan service in those types.
Yeah,
Of,
it was like
felt
no, it was
I
like
don't know.
anti fan service movie. Yeah. So we won't get off on the Last Jedi talk because it
It
gets
always
my blood
derails
pressure
us.
up.
That shit derails us every fucking week.
It's a key word there. So all right, the next one, yeah, I'm excited about the Lando show. If they hopefully they get Donald Glover back, I'll be super excited. That would go up high on my list once I hear some casting. And I think if they can't get Donald Glover, I think we got the perfect Lando waiting in the wings. With the Gold Dirty Bastards, man. E Major, man. Like, sign them up, man.
Come on, bud.
I think, telling you, I'm gonna write some letter, start a campaign. E Major for Lando, man. I think I want to see that, man. I want to see that. I think he can pull it off. All right, so the next one we got Andor, the Rogue One prequel show. This is Cassian Andor, the character from Rogue One. They showed a little behind the scenes, like some concept art, and they had a little behind the scenes thing. So what do you think? This is coming in 2022, but it's already starting to film. I think they're like 2 weeks into filming. So what do you think of this?
I'm not too excited about this one, actually. I feel like, we've already seen the story of the rebels forming and, the revolution and all this shit. We've already seen this multiple times. You've seen it a little bit you've seen it in Rebels. You've seen it in throughout the movies. You've seen it throughout a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I don't really know where they're going with this. I don't really. The character's okay. He's cool, but we know he dies. We know
Yeah,
the
we know
main
how the
things he ever
story is.
the main things he ever did was in Rogue One.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know.
One
I'll
thing
give it a
that
shot though. For sure, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and especially if it's on Disney Plus, it's like you don't have to pay for this shit. You already paid. You already paid for it. But I do like the aspect of he's a spy in Rogue One, so I kind of like to see the espionage kind of side of the rebels,
That could be
kind of doing the
interesting.
things that are not not safe for work. You got to make some take some people out that probably not morally probably not great. So I'm interested in that aspect. They go into that aspect, and kind of you probably see the birth of him rescuing K2S2 K2SO. What the hell is his name? K2S2 or what the hell is
Yes,
the
something like that. One of those two.
K2SO? Yeah, I'm sorry.
K2SO, I think.
Yeah,
SU?
yeah,
What?
yeah. The Alan Tudyk's character from Rogue
He was
One.
funny. I like that. I like that robot. He
Yeah,
was
so
fucking
I
funny.
think I think we're going to see his origin, kind of how he obtains him. That's definitely going to be part of that series. I could see. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it could be cool. Like Rick said on the thing, this might be one of those
That ain't fuck. I'm
sleeper.
good.
It might be one of those sleeper things that we didn't know we want, but it comes out badass. So we'll see on that one.
No, that's true. If you go in with like low expectations, you could be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
well, like from the announcement of Mando, I was like, this gets me excited. This
Yeah,
seems like it's gonna be a good series. Sounds like a good product. But this, we'll see.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. So, and the next one, this is the big one. I thought this was a huge news. Obi-Wan Kenobi. They officially announced it's going to begin filming this in 2021. And the big, huge news: Hayden Christensen's coming back as Darth Vader in this series. So, what do you think of this huge news?
Like I said yesterday, I'm not a huge fan of Hayden Christian as Vader, but he did get a little bit better. I think episode 3 he was a lot better than episode 2. Um, but overall, he's like kind of lackluster to me.
Yeah,
But for the continuity purposes, I think it's a good thing.
yeah.
We don't need another Vader in there. We already got two Vaders is fucking enough. I
Yeah.
think we're good with. It'll be good for continuity, and yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah. What do you think? They're gonna meet Obi-Wan and Vader. They're gonna have another fight.
I kind of think they have to either meet or like talk shit to each other, like face force time thing, or fucking
Yeah.
they
It's
communicate.
one, yeah. But speaking of which, one theory somebody posted online. Let's see. Yeah, it says he's saying that Kenobi doesn't leave Tatooine. He kind of has like a projection thing with Vader, like he's been trying to convince him to change his ways and stuff. So we might get like a force power
Force
battle
time.
or something. Yeah, I could see that kind of happening. Yeah, that seems like a good theory.
They have to have some kind of interaction besides like flashbacks.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think they're going to confront each other. Maybe Obi-Wan has to leave Tatooine for a minute to go deal with some business that he needs to take care of to protect Luke. So maybe he leaves somebody to protect Luke for some. Supposedly this is only going to be like four to 5 episodes, so this is going to be kind of a short season. So I'm okay with that. Just kind of like get in, like do like a nice 4 or 5
So do they
episodes.
get an actual lightsaber battle between the two though? Do you think?
I could see that. Yeah, that like this will be a trilogy, part of the trilogy of battles they have. They have the Revenge of the Sith, then they have the New Hope. This is the go between. We
There's
don't
nothing that
know.
would contradict it in the canon, right?
No, he makes the when Vader tells him like last time we met, you were I was a student, you were the master. He made that comment. So, but I think you can fit in some shit and that wouldn't screw with the continuity. So I think you can play around with some of that dialogue. I think you have to if you're gonna cast Hayden Christensen at Vader. I think they have to meet at some point. I think there's
And
gonna
it
be
could
some
always
kind of
go back to from a certain point of view shit. So
yeah, exactly, yeah,
I was still the student from a certain point of view. So.
yeah, exactly. All right, so yeah, I'm excited about that Obi-Wan. All right,
That
so we
looks
just
sick. That's should we rank them 1 to 5?
as far as like what we're excited about.
What we're most excited about?
Give me your top 3 that you're excited about.
Top 3.
Let's go. Let's go through this list. Tell me if you're excited or not. Star Wars Bad Batch.
Not
The,
so excited. It's
yeah,
okay, but yeah,
yeah.
I'll watch it.
Taika Waititi is directing a Star Wars movie. They haven't said what it's about yet, so I like him as a director. So we'll
I'll
see.
check that out.
The droid story. It will blend animation and visual effects. It's basically the adventures of R2D2 and C3PO.
I'll check it out. I'm not super excited about it, but it might be good to watch for the kids. Kids will probably be hyped on that shit.
Yeah. Star Wars Visions. It's an anthology of short anime films. So
I was hyped on it until you told me it was really there were shorts. I thought it was just like gonna be like 30 minute episodes like the Marvel What If's gonna
yeah,
be 30 minutes.
yeah. It depends what they do. It'd be, I'm excited about the Japanese animation, but we'll see. I'm not like like you said, I would be want like a more longer story.
At least
Uh,
20, 15, 20 something.
all
But
right.
whatever. I'll check it out.
Yeah. So out of this slate, what are you most excited about? Give me your top three.
So top three, I'm gonna go Ahsoka number one. I'll go Obi-Wan number two, and then I'll go Acolyte number three, just because I want to see the different side of see some more Sith point of view. Like I
Mhm.
said, get some Sith training, some more maybe some infighting between the Siths again. We've only seen that on Clone Wars between Maul and Sidious and Savage.
Yeah.
So maybe we get some more of that. I think it'll be. I hope it's good. I hope it's a good show. Do we know like anything more about it? Like who's directing it, who's starring in it, or is
For
kind
the
of no
Acolyte,
names? Yeah,
yeah, they said was it the showrunner for Russian Doll, I believe.
I don't know what that is. What the fuck is that?
Netflix. It's like a Netflix show. It's like a Groundhog Day kind of thing. Like yeah, it got good reviews. It's got like a huge reviews. So yeah, we'll see about that one. But
No, probably no names, right? No name cast
uh,
on that one.
I would say so. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. They'll probably cast some good people in there. They've been good. Star Wars and Marvel do great with their casting. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
can see.
excited to see that one because like it's gonna give us a glimpse into the you said what is it, High Republic?
Yeah, and this 200 years before Phantom Menace. I want to see that era explored. We've seen enough of post Clone Wars, and now we're getting into the post Return of the Jedi. And now I want to see like some of this shit that happened before. So
What if Yoda shows up on there?
oh yeah, he's alive. He's alive and kicking. He's probably in his prime right around that time,
Yeah,
200 years before.
he's
Yeah, that's a good.
probably fucking.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a good shout. I would agree. Yeah, I would say Ahsoka. Obi-Wan's probably number one because I love Hugh McGregor. I love the character. I love the fact that Hayden Christensen's coming back. So yeah, that's probably high on my list. Number one. Ahsoka's number two. I love Ahsoka. I like how she's being dealt with in Mandalorian, and definitely want to see that character more explored. And we'll probably see some. Probably the plot will probably involve Thrawn and Ezra. And I would say Thrawn is the big bad out of this whole thing. I think he's going to be the big bad guy, like overall, overall, like the Rangers and the New Republic and Mando
Yeah,
and
I can see
Ahsoka.
that.
I think that battle is gonna lead up to battling Thrawn and his armies. So I think that's
Oh, now that I think about it, what if Moff Gideon dies and then Thrawn comes and takes Baby
yeah.
Grogu?
Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, well, I kind of predicted that Thrawn might show up at the end of the season. So yeah, that'd be a good shot. Like, oh yeah, Moff Gideon dies, and Thrawn is the one that has possession of the child, and so the arc
Yeah.
is like trying to get to Thrawn, who's more of a strategist, badass, fucking Imperial. So that's a good shot. That could be definitely. I could see that happening for sure. So yeah, I would say Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka, and I would agree. The Acolyte is high on my list. That's probably number three for me. But if Lando cast Donald Glover as Lando, that's going to be high on my list. So right now, Acolyte is number three for me. But Lando's like on the edge, just kind of peeking through. So I can see that hopefully happening at some point. But yeah, no, it's exciting time, man. It's hopefully like it looks like they're going to do right. I think they kind of learn from their mistakes and kind of like, oh, like maybe we shouldn't like try to make a movie that pisses off our fans. Let's try to like make some quality shit that doesn't ignore the history, ignore the canon that we've built up, and don't get filmmakers that are in it for their own agendas, and like get people that these look like these are all like team players. They are part of the Star Wars family, not trying to go into business for their own. So I'm excited, man. This looks an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. I think they righted the ship. I think this is the way to go, man. Go movies, man. Go TV shows, man. Movies just they're problematic for the most part. So just do an awesome TV show, man. I think this is the way to go for Star Wars, and this is going to be the way to like the world is going to be, like you said. Streaming services is the way to go. So at least we're going to get some good content. So yeah, what's your yeah?
I was gonna say I kind of think Disney. I mean, I like these announcements, but the one thing I will say is I kind of think they're missing the boat on Hulu. I feel like you could do like more of a R-rated I know we talked about it briefly, but I think you do like an R-rated show and throw it on there, and I don't think it fucks up Star Wars. I think
Yeah,
it actually, because Lucas had wanted to do that with more of a gritty, um, what was it called? Star Wars what was it?
the
Underworld or something?
underground or something like yeah. The underworld or something like
I think you could do that on Hulu. I think you can do like a R-rated Star Wars on Hulu, and it would be fine. And because that's what Hulu should be there for, is to put the more like grown up type stuff on there, more violence and stuff like that.
yeah.
I feel like they should do at least one show on there, try it out, and
Mm,
it would have been nice for Acolyte. Maybe that could have been like a darker kind of thing they could have
yeah,
thrown on there,
yeah.
but whatever.
Well, the argument is like the Star Wars is really
Taints it for
it's
the
meant for
kids.
kids. Like it's really like deep down, Star Wars originally was meant for kids. Now most of the fan base is old men like us. So
That's what I'm saying. It's perfect.
yeah, but I wouldn't mind seeing them doing some as a grown up. Yeah, I wouldn't see some more hardcore like battle, like limbs flying and some more like more cooler shit like that. But I don't know if we're gonna get that, but it'd be cool. I think I'd be down with it.
Just
But
gotta give it to Kathleen Kennedy, then we'll get it happening.
supposedly she's out by next year, so this is like her last bat.
I'm holler at Favreau and see if we get this popping off.
She lucked out getting Favreau and Filoni to be showrunners for Mandalorian, because Mandalorian pretty much saved Star Wars. Star Wars, like people were kind of over Star Wars for a long time, like after Last Jedi, and they were kind of over it. And so this kind of brought a lot of people back to being Star Wars fans. So even with the Last Jedi, I never yeah. I never I love Star Wars. So it's my favorite thing out of everything. So it's it's like an abused relationship. I just keep going as much.
So
as
you're more on Star Wars than Marvel currently? The Marvel MCU
overall,
versus Star Wars?
if I had to pick one to watch for the rest of my life, I would probably pick Star Wars.
I don't know myself. I like them both a lot.
Yeah, I like them both.
You say that Guardians of the Galaxy kind of is the new kind of Star Wars kind of vibe to it.
Even though Volume 2 sucked. Yeah.
No, Marvel. I don't know. That's another debate for another day. But I think Marvel's up there. But yeah, like you said, Mandalorian's bringing them back, and with this new slate, we'll see.
Yeah.
Could have put him back over the edge for me, over the top.
I forgot I left the slate up there for a minute, so we blocked us for a couple minutes.
We were talking. We were talking about all those shows on there, so it worked out good.
It makes sense.
Oh, you did it intentional. Yeah, me fool.
Yeah, it was intentional. Yeah. It was too deep into the conversation. Too good of a conversation.
You need to see these. You need to see this.
Yeah, well, we're basically talking about the slate, so that's good. So yeah, overall, yeah, I'm pretty excited about what's coming up. It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. They righted the ship. I think this is a good time to, get in this. Disney Plus is, I'm pretty much going to be a lifer, man. If they keep pulling shit like that and added with the Marvel shows and stuff too, it's going to be a lot of shit to talk about, man. So
they've got off without putting out much. I mean, they could blame it on Corona, but I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, I guess WandaVision would have been out by now, and
Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to be out too by now too. I think so. They would have had 2 Marvel shows already out. So
are they just going to constantly stagger though? Like they're never going to run any concurrent with each other?
I think that's
what it
probably
seems
gonna
like.
be their plan for now. But like the way the shit they announced, there's going to have to be some kind of crossover with some of these.
No, I was looking, and most of them have like dates that don't kind of really run into each other. It's like,
damn. And they're short seasons for the most part too. They're like 8 episodes, 6 to 10 episodes. So you can kind of spread them out.
They don't have to oversaturate it, but I mean, at least like 2 or 3 run. You don't have to run them like 100% concurrent. You could do like once halfway, one of the seasons is halfway done, start running the other one or something like that. I mean,
I think at some point they're going to have that. That's going to be their problem, because with all the Star Wars shows and then the Marvel shows, there's a shitload of fucking shows coming out. So I think there's definitely going to be some crossover at some point. Not now, because they're going to like slowly kind of dole these out. But I can see like in 2022 they're gonna have a lot of shit coming out. So I can see some like stuff kind of going crossing over, kind of. So yeah, man. Overall excited. I think this is it's gonna be fun. Another fun Mando episode. So yeah, it's it's a lot of shit to talk about for sure. We're definitely gonna be talking more about this in the coming weeks. So yeah, check out us next week. We're gonna try to do an episode live right after the episode airs after midnight. So they haven't said how long the episode is. I could see that kind of going pushing an hour for the season finale.
I'd say about 45. just off
45
the
to
top
an
of your
hour, I'd
head.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're gonna do an after show. We'll have some guests. Hopefully, we'll see who's still awake at that point. I'm definitely gonna have some coffee ready because it's
Your
gonna be late.
popcorn ready. Get your
Yeah,
popcorn ready. Baby
it's just
Grogu's fate is on the line.
shit's gonna go down for sure. So yeah, come check us out on the Mando review. Check out our breaking news episode from yesterday. We talk about all the Marvel, DC, some Pixar animated stuff, and we also have a weekly show, the SF Company Hour, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. If you want to come check out the live show or check out the replay. And got some unboxings. I think I'm going to drop one later today. Probably film that after this. Got a little teaser right there, little teaser, and go check that out. Nip, talk about your podcast.
Yeah, so we got the Gold Dirty Bastards popping off. It's mainly sports-based show, but we do delve into other stuff. We delved into hip hop like a couple weeks back. We're gonna start doing a little bit of shows, not as in depth as the comic book company, but just talking a little bit about some stuff here and there. Just the stuff that we like watching and shit like that. So you could find us. We have a YouTube channel, Gold Dirty Bastards, and it's with the Z. So you can find us on there. We're on episode 10 right now. And then we're also on IG. We have it's Gold Dirty Bastards with the Z as well. And Twitter is Gold Bastards. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anchor as well. Anchor is Gold. Just search Gold Bastards. Gold Dirty Bastards.
All right. We're back on schedule now. You got a schedule yet? Or
we're aiming for mainly Tuesday nights, Tuesday or Wednesday.
right.
These guys all work, so I'm on a COVID vacation, but these guys
you
work.
might see some SF Combo Company show up after our show. So
yeah, Doomzilla usually pops on here and there, and what is his name? Effort.
minimum effort, Grayson. Yes,
I'll always call him Ricky, but his name is his on stage name is Max Effort. He comes on. They're good on our show, so it's a good flow when we get all of us together.
Yeah, fun time. I like talking sports too. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, check us out, man. Check out follow, like, and subscribe to the channels, and help with the analytics, and we'll see you guys next time, man. I'll see you guys next week for the big finale.
Oh yeah, popcorn ready.